Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello and welcome once again to Down the Line with me, Gary Bellamy. The environment, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Maybe you don't think we need it at all. Global warming, I mean, what's that all about? We might actually get some nice summers for a change, but paradoxically, global warming might mean that it actually gets colder in Britain. I mean, do you understand what that's all about? You know, I mean, I'm not a scientist, I don't, but why don't you give us a call on 0800 068 7060 or email us on downtheline@bbc.co.uk. It's a pretty important topic, the environment, and we could probably take up a whole show with it, but you can call in about anything you like. But can I just say that one thing we will not be talking about is Islam. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against Islam and the Muslim community, but I'm sick and tired of turning on my radio every morning and hearing yet another discussion about Islam and Muslims. It's just tiresome, and I'm sure the Muslim community agree with me. I'm sure they're sick to death of hearing this kind of thing. And I tell you what do you think? Are you sick and tired of hearing so many discussions about Islam? Why not give us a ring? 0800 068 7060. I'd love to hear what you think about that. OK, and our first call is David Healy, who's calling from Ennington. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
Yeah, you're calling about global warming.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's a lot of old nonsense, isn't it? It's a cyclical blip. It's a cyclical blip.
Is it really?
Well, you know, these weather forecasters, the Met Office, they can't even tell us accurately what the weather's going to be doing this afternoon. So what on earth are they doing trying to tell us what it's going to be doing in 50 or 60 years' time? They absolutely don't know. I'm fed up of hearing about this global warming. It's a conspiracy.
Why is it conspiracy?
It's Tony Blair's Labour government once again trying to tell us what we can and can't do.
Well, hang on a minute, but even in a...
It says, you know, don't drive your cars, don't throw your nappies away. If I want to throw my nappies away to some landfill, I blooming well can. We've got to all ride bicycles everywhere.
Well, that'd be a good thing.
I'm not going to be riding a bicycle anywhere, thank you very much.
So you use your hose pipe in summer, do you, when there's a drought on?
Show me where the drought is. It hasn't stopped raining all bloody year.
Yes, it has.
We have vast reserves of water in this country. They're just not in the southeast. We're not in a drought. If you look at the nation as a whole, we're extremely wet.
OK, thank you for your call. My next caller is Julian Somerville. Hello, Julian.
Hello there.
Hi, what are you ringing for?
Well, I'd like to call in about, you're talking about the environment, I believe.
That's right.
It's a funny story, but when I was up at Oxford...
Right. Why do you say up at Oxford? Why does everyone say up...
It's a terminology for when you go to university, it doesn't really matter.
Yes, but already you're putting yourself above everybody else. What if you were living in Newcastle, you'd be coming down to Oxford?
Right, when I was up at Oxford...
You've done it again. Why can't you just say, when I was at Oxford?
When I was at Oxford... No, I'm not going to do that. When I was up at Oxford...
When I was at Oxford.
When I was at university...
Right, that's better.
I used to see this girl, and I would go back to her flat on the Saturday night. She was a queer girl, quite dreary, no goner. And I always remember, in the morning, as I was making a cup of tea, she had a poster on the wall, and it said, "Only when man has killed every animal," I must get this right, "shot every bird, swallowed every fish, drunk every river, will he really know he cannot eat money." And it's turned out to be true.
I've read that poster.
How have you seen it?
Well, it's only if every man has killed every animal, drunk every fish, swallowed every river...
No, that can't be correct.
And he can... I haven't finished. And he's eaten all... He can't eat money, can he? Thanks very much for your call. Very interesting point. OK, my next caller is Early D. Hello, Early, you're down the line.
No, man, I've got to tell you, man. I've got to tell you, you are dangerous, brother. You're dangerous, you know what I mean? You are dangerous.
Thanks very much.
You know, word on the street about you, man. You are dangerous, you know?
Really?
You're totally... You're dangerous, brother.
They're talking about me on the streets.
Yeah, man, they're talking about you, man.
Who's talking about me?
What are you talking about, man?
Who's talking about me saying I'm dangerous on the streets?
You dread, man, you dread. I've heard all of this like, chat about global warming, innit?
Right? Yeah. Global warming,
right?
yeah.
And like the thing is what is being said out there, right? And like the hurt, right? The hurt is heating up, right? The hurt is heating up, right?
The people are getting more angry.
No, the hurt is heating up, right?
The hurt?
Yeah. And,
people are...
No, listen, Dread, right? I love it roasting, innit? You love it roasting, innit? You know what I mean? In the summer, I just love it roasting, you know?
Do you mean the earth is heating up?
The hurt is heating up, innit, right? But I'm saying I love it roasting. Don't you love it roasting, innit?
Yeah, it's nice, but it can be... It's not good for the rest of the planet, is it? I mean, if I like it roasting, but, you know, the fact that we like it roasting means that the ice caps are melting and people are going to flood. And London won't be here anymore.
Don't bother about that, man. You see, look, you can't use your car, right? You can't use your car, you can't use bus, right? That means to say they want you to stay in one place, you know? Listen, Dread, I live in Arsden. I have to roll, innit? I have to come out. I can't be stuck in there out in place all the time. Man, you say, well,
but they're saying...
Get control, Dread, right?
So you think it's a conspiracy? You think the world isn't really heating up and people are just doing it to kind of keep people off the roads?
Dread.
Why do you... I don't understand. Why do you call me Dread?
It's just a term of endearment, innit? Use my dog, innit? Use my dog. You know that, innit? Use my dog from time.
What would you do? What would you do to stop this planet from boiling up?
Man, I don't mind what no planet is boiling up. I tell you, man, I love it roasting, innit? You know what I mean? You see gal on the street there and they fling out them things and you just want to stush, innit? You want to do... You look upon it and you say, boy, I love the bumper, innit? You know what I mean? Me want to take ride upon that.
Yeah. Thanks very much for your call. My next caller is Paulie. Hello, Paulie.
Hello.
Where are you from?
Dorset.
Hello.
Of course, they don't have nappies in China. No, they don't have nappies. The children just wear sort of crotchless clothes.
What?
The children wear sort of open clothes and they do their business in the gutter or what have you. And then a bit later they learn to hold a cup under them. And then, so that's no nappies. It's absolutely brilliant. I think we should take a leaf out of their books. No nappies in China. And of course, they don't have the menopause either.
Thanks very much for your call.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Graham Downs. Hello, Graham.
Hello, Gary.
You're down the line. I'm fine. You're down the line.
I'm thinking about the environment, mainly, Gary.
Okay, nice.
With the environment, you know, way I'm looking at it, thinking about it, we've saved a lot of the planet's precious resources by using email, haven't we, instead of paper. You know? If you think about it, all the things that now people use on email, they used to be maybe writing it on paper, and that's using the precious resources, isn't it? But what we've done, instead of them making, progress with it, we've just used it producing tons of useless magazines, haven't we? You know?
Yeah.
Here's a question, human beings. What did you do? Well, I'll tell you what we did. We cut down almost all the trees on our planet, and they're essential to the delicate balance of our atmosphere. And we produced, guess what we came up with? Heat magazine.
Yeah.
What is Heat magazine then, humans? Oh, it's a magazine that likes celebrities with cellulite and things.
Yeah.
You know, and the technological advance could help the planet, and then it seems that we instead, though, we produce a load of rubbish. I can't make one other point.
Of course.
I'm not saying this time there's anything to do with the foreign boys either, because I think we're all as guilty as each other, actually, Gary. It's a worldwide problem. I can't make another problem.
Okay, I've got Mark on the line. Hello, Mark, you're down the line.
Oh, hello, mate.
Hello.
I was listening to that bloke just a minute ago. You've both got it totally wrong, right? The quote is, only when man has killed every bird, eaten every animal, and sucked the juice out of all the trees, will he realise that he cannot eat money. And believe me...
The juice out of all the trees?
Yeah.
There aren't any juice in trees.
Oh, man, listen, what do you think sap is, then?
I don't get well, okay, there is juice in a tree, but I don't think that's not the point. I know there are juices in trees.
Juice is not like literally juice, you know, like, it's like juice, it's like a spiritual, it's like a use, you know, like that stuff.
A what?
Like a use, you know, like that stuff you have, like, surrounding, like, desserts and that. Or
that's custard. You don't get custard in trees. You're talking nonsense. Okay, my next caller on down the line is this right, mister?
Just call me mister, that's all you need to know.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to talk about global warming and the environment.
Okay.
Well, my wife and I, we've been monitoring global warming for some time, and we have correlated the information. Information gathered from departmental research, information gathered from independent research. We have friends in high places, we have friends in low places. And they've been telling us which way the wind blows. And I'll tell you, boy, it's all going to blow this great big candle out. Now, we have relocated to a secret location in Spain.
Hang on. That's not a secret, you just told everyone.
Oh, you won't find me, boy. You got more chance of dancing on custard.
What?
We are moving to a place where we believe we can have a better standard of living. Well, I haven't got to pay £150 just to park my car.
Right, so basically, all this stuff about the environment is just, you just want to save money. People like you are quite irritating because you blame everything else. You blame...
listen...
You know, you're blaming the environment when really you don't want to pay parking fines.
We may...
You're just tight.
Go nomadic places, we may go to cave, we may grow beards, we may...
Face up to facts and get yourself a job. Thanks for your call. Okay, I've got Dave from Crawley. Hello,
Hi.
Dave.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a point about the environment. believe that they say that the climate's changing, and things are warming up, and what was wrong with the climate the way it was? Why do they keep mucking about with everything?
Well, you got a good point. Thanks for your call. My next call is Snooks Dupree. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
And you're calling from New Orleans?
No, sir, I'm from New Orleans.
Oh.
I'm a musician. I'm in town for the London Jazz and Blues Festival, and I was listening to your show, Between Sets.
Between Sex?
Oh, Between Sets. I'm doing a couple of sets tonight. I call in and say that we ain't got nothing at all back in New Orleans on account of that Hurricane Katrina come through there now. That's what I want to call in today about. Some people say Katrina, she was an act of God. And some people say it was force of nature.
Yeah.
Global warming, whatever. But I tell you, there's no such thing.
No such thing.
Hurricane Katrina was an act of George W. Bush. Pure and simple. He knew all about it. He caused the damn thing. He knew the levees was going to bust.
Hang on.
He drowned that city. He wanted to wash the brothers right out of there, man.
Listen, I'm not a big in favour of George Bush. I'm not his number one fan. But I don't think you can go...
He's a lame duck.
Yeah.
He's a lame duck.
Right, he might be a lame duck, but how can he could not create a hurricane?
I've seen it on the internet. It's all in there. You know all about it, man. There was these planes they seen flying above there just before the storm hit. Now they're saying these was military weather planes having a study in the storm and that, but apparently they was seeding it. They was seeding the storm.
Yeah, but you can't believe everything you read on the internet. Look,
that's all true. He wanted to wash the brothers right out of there, man. It's all true.
Right, well, thanks.
It's all true.
Okay, thanks for that. You get back to your set and your jazzing.
Thank you very much, Mr.
All right, bye.
Good night.
Okay, my next caller is Tulsa Kesgrove from...
Kesgrove, I told you last time,
From Tottenham.
All right.
Hello.
I'm going to help the environment, yeah?
Yeah?
I've got a sunbed. I know, is that like a solar panel? If I put it on the roof, will it work?
Not really.
Why
You got any
not?
other ideas for saving the environment?
No.
Thanks for your call. My next caller is Professor Tom Wiley. Hello, Tom.
Hi, good day to you, Mr. Bellamy.
Hello.
I am a practicing arborologist.
Oh.
Yeah, that means I have an infinite knowledge of all things that pertains to trees.
Oh.
And I can assure you that I start every day with a tumbler full of a freshly squeezed tree juice before embarking on a 14-mile hike.
So tree juice does, in fact, exist?
It most certainly does, Mr. Bellamy, rather like you.
and how does it taste?
Absolutely revolting.
Thanks very much for your call.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to talk to you guys over there in England.
My next caller is Christopher Nibbs. Hello, Christopher.
Yeah, Chris Nibbs.
Hello, Chris.
Yeah, I'm ringing in about the poster about the environment, which Nibbsy here knows was actually attributed to the Indian chief Tecumseh.
Right.
And Chris Nibbs used to have the poster on his wall at Aberystwyth Uni.
Did he?
Yep, so I can put your man right on the actual quotation.
Oh, good.
And it goes as such.
Fire away.
Okay, Nibbsy, off you go. Only when mankind has burned all the trees and cooked all the animals and dried up all the rivers and drowned all the fish, well, not drowned so much as suffocated, because obviously the rivers have... Actually, I think Nibbsy may have got that bit arse about tit.
Right, try again.
Whack, whack, oops. Okay, Chris Nibbs needs to do his homework. I'll call back, Gary.
Yeah, thanks for the Nibster there for getting that one wrong. If you do know the actual quote, please let us know and put an end to this nonsense. My next caller is Helen from St. Helens. Hello, Helen.
Hi, Gary.
It's funny, isn't it?
What?
It's good, funny, Helen from St. Helens.
Oh, yeah. I know he
People must have said that to you before.
Yeah. I know he chatted
How many times have people said that to you?
Quite a lot.
Sorry, what's your call about?
Yeah. I know he chatted today about the environment on the show, Gary. And I just wanted to talk about bags.
I knew someone once, Mr. Jack Cardiff from Cardiff.
How it takes 500 years for a plastic bag to break down.
And someone called Henry St. Edmunds from Bury St. Edmunds.
and I think about all the bags that we don't need, that we're using.
Yeah.
Look,
I might even change my name from Gary Bellamy to Gary St Edmunds and go live in Bury St Edmunds.
A nylon shopper, like a granny shopper. I've got a shopper.
Yeah. What is a shopper, buddy?
It's a bag that you don't throw away.
Well, thanks very much for your call. I wonder if there's any tramps living in St James's Park called James. Why don't you give us a ring? 0800 068 7060. OK. Hello, you're down the line. Who's there?
Hello, Gary. It's Steve Goodall.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Gary. Yes, actually calling because I'm a talk show host myself for a local radio station in Coventry.
OK.
And I've got a funny reputation, haven't they, people who ring into phoning shows? People say that they're like a little bit queer, you know. Yeah. I'm talking, you know, I'm using the word queer in the old-fashioned sense, you know, like strange or odd, not like the modern bum bandits.
So what was your show? What did you say?
They're bum bandits, aren't they?
You can't say that.
Why not?
You can't say those words.
Well, I can say those words, can't I? It's a free country, isn't it? I should be allowed to express my opinion.
Yes, you can, but not to the detriment of...
Why not? It's not a bad word, bum, is it? Bandits, none of those words are prescribed.
No, but you put them together and you create a whole new image.
You put them together and you get the truth, Gary.
You don't get the truth.
Bum bandits, that's what they are. I've got no time for the Muslims, right? But they wouldn't have it. They wouldn't have it.
What kind of talk show are you running?
I'll tell you what I run. I run an honest talk show where people are allowed to express their opinions and not just, you know, one that's kowtows to political correctness.
Right. You sound like you're running the BNP, my friend.
Listen, I'm not a member of the BNP, actually, but I think that, some of the things they say are quite sensible.
Have you quite finished?
If you listen to what I said also, you'd have heard a bit of tacit support for the Muslim community, especially with regard to the bum bandits.
Look, enough of that, right? Thanks for your call.
Thanks very much.
OK, down the line, 0800 068 7060. Hello, Peter. You're down the line with Gary Bellamy. Hello.
Oh, hello. What are you doing?
I'm doing fine. What are you ringing to talk about today?
Well, I'm phoning in about the trees.
Yeah, what about the trees?
There's a lot of diseases in the trees of London, right?
Yeah.
Hello, James, all right? There's a street called Tavistock Road. Is it Tavistock or Tavistock?
I don't know, Haverstock.
I think it's Tavistock. It's up in NW3.
It's Haverstock.
Yeah? Is it Tavistock?
Yeah, it could be Tavistock.
It might be. I'm not sure.
We'll get someone onto it. We'll find out.
But what it is, you've got these big, beautiful houses along Haverstock, and it's very leafy.
I think it's Tavistock.
Is it Haverstock?
I think it might be Tavistock.
Yeah, I think it could be either Haverstock or Tavistock. I'm not sure.
Okay, why don't you find exactly what street it is and then get back to us, yeah? Okay, good. My next caller is Jacob. Hello, Jacob.
Hello, man. Hello, Gary. How you doing?
Oh, good, thanks. And you're ringing to talk about the environment?
You must talk about global warming affect all of mankind. Polar ice caps melt and the liquid of the earth bubble and rise.
Yeah.
Soon Noah must reach with the Ark number 2, brand new. Get all the timber, the 4B2, the 3B4, the 6B5, the 2B1. All the animal must come upon the Ark, the lion and the lemur, the camel and the cat, the beaver and the bullfrog, the Komodo dragon plus the bonobo monkey. Even the unicorn must come. And the Furby, the gremlin, but the gremlin must remain dry. But him bring havoc upon the Ark. But you might ask me, who is Noah?
Who is Noah?
Noah is David Attenborough. Him spread the gospel upon the TV. Lock the wasp in the cabin. All the wasp in the cabin. Cat ahoy! The cat overboard. The cat can't swim. For now, God come save the cat him drown.
What? So you really think we need an ark? Another ark?
We must have an ark. For the flood come to New Orleans. For all the sinners wash away. For the warning once. We now warn twice. We must build the ark with all the timber, the 4B2, the 3B4, the 1B6, the 9B2.
Yeah. Okay, good point there. Thanks very much for your call, Jacob. Okay, here's a caller with a lovely name, Renee Evans. Hello, Renee.
Thank you, Gary. I'm a bit angry, to tell you the truth. I recycle, right, as we're supposed to. I do not fly, ever.
No.
I go on coaches. To be honest, I've got a bit of a miserable life.
Well,
what can I do for the environment? What can I do for the environment? Never mind what I can do for the environment. What has the environment ever done for me?
Well, it's supported your life and provided you with...
No, that was the electricity company. What are you talking about?
Now, hang on. But...
What has the environment ever done for me?
Well, if everyone had your attitude, this planet would be up in blooming smoke. Really would.
I don't care. I do not care anymore. Now, right, it's me time. The globe can fuck off.
Well, thanks very much for your call, but I think you should have a good think about it, right? Because people like you and you're selfish. Who's our next caller? Hello?
Hello there, my name is Rusty.
Hello, Rusty.
We're not concentrating on the wrong things. But all this talk of knowing the ark, We're not forgetting the Blessed Virgin Mary, the little children's faces, the flying dove, the high-arched peak of the churches.
Yeah.
We're not forgetting the wonderful things in the world.
Are
the flowers in the sun.
Are you religious?
No. I'm just a bit imaginative. But I believe in the wonderful things in the earth. The sweets.
Thanks for your call. OK. Who's our next caller? Hello?
Oh, Gary, hello.
Hello, who's that?
It's Sandy.
Hello, Sandy, all right?
Oh, Gary, I don't know what I'd do without you.
Oh.
Really, you're just what gets me through the day, really.
Oh, that's nice.
You really are.
Good.
I listen and I
Yeah.
feel okay, feel better. Couldn't live without you.
Oh, well, that's really kind of you to say so. So what's your point?
I really couldn't live without you.
Right.
I really wouldn't see the point of tomorrow.
Oh, come on now.
I wouldn't.
You okay?
If it wasn't for you, I would. Stop.
Now, I hope the BBC are listening to this, because it just goes to show how important Down the Line is to so many people. And if they don't commission a third series, they will have blood on their hands. And while I'm on the subject, I still haven't heard back from them about my proposal for a new current affairs series in which I interview major political figures called For Whom the Bellamy Tolls. But thanks for your call. I hope you're still there, and you're very important to us, and to me particularly, and my future. Hello? Hello? Hello. Right, next call. OK, who's there? Hello.
I'm sorry, I've just felt compelled to ring in because I've listened to this programme with a growing sense of frustration. I've listened to one self-serving self-publicist after another spouting their absolutely witless drivel.
Sorry about that.
And, well, I just really think it's not the kind of thing we want to hear on Radio 4. I mean, hurricane season in the Gulf of Mexico, New Orleans built below sea level, and if you then allow a lesbian comedian to host an award show, it just stands to reason that the city's going to get flooded.
Pardon?
I think you heard me.
What lesbian comedian are you talking
Ellen
about?
DeGeneres.
Right.
Well, she hosted an award show down there in the Louisiana Superdome, and next thing you know, the city's flooded.
And you think there's a connection?
There's blatantly a connection.
Well, what?
Well, you've got to be blind not to see it.
Well, call me blind, because I can't.
City below sea level, hurricane season, lesbian comedian in the New Orleans Superdome.
I do get...
Everyone ends up wet.
I understand...
Can you not join the dots?
I understand the below the sea level issue, and I understand hurricane season, but I don't understand the Ellen DeGeneres connection. I'm sorry, you'll have to join the dots for me.
Could you just stop talking for a minute and listen?
Yes.
I'll start again. Hurricane season, check.
Check.
City below sea level, check.
Check.
Award ceremony, Louisiana Superdome.
Check, yeah. Check that bit.
Check. Ellen DeGeneres, self-proclaimed lesbian comedian.
Check, yes.
Wet City.
Check, but...
Well, thank you.
Well, I'm just checking you've said that in order, and that's all checked.
Yes.
But the connection between her hosting this award and the flood, no check.
And that's the bit you dispute, is it?
That's the bit I dispute. That's not checked.
Well, if you refuse to believe the evidence when it's shoved right in front of your eyes, I'm afraid I've got nothing more to say to you.
Fair enough. OK, we've just got time for an email here from Peter, who rang in about trees. There was some confusion about whether he was talking about Haverstock Terrace or Tavistock, and apparently it was Fitzroy Avenue. Keep those emails coming in down the line at bbc.co.uk. OK, my next caller is Sherry. Hello, Sherry.
Hello. I was ringing up about the poem on the thing everyone's debating. I thought I put a stop to it. It goes as so. Once you've eaten all the birds, once you've seen all the fishes, once you've danced with the wolves, you may eat all the money.
No, it doesn't. Thanks for your call. OK, down the line, it's Chuck Perry.
Hello, Gary.
Hello. What are you ringing up about?
The environment.
All right.
Did it make you laugh, though, eh,
Anything to say?
Global warming. What Stephen Hawking says. Global warming.
Thanks, Chuck. Thanks for your call. Thank you.
Melted ice caps.
Yeah. Thanks, Chuck. Right, next caller. Hello.
Hello, my name is Anthony Bond.
Hello, Anthony.
Are we seriously to believe there is a direct correlation between whether or not, regardless of their sexuality, weather systems will appear due to the performance of certain performing artists?
This is my point too. I agree with you. We've got a sensible person
when
on.
Elton John plays the Sands in Las Vegas, there's a snowstorm? Are we to believe that if the communards reform, there'll be a second ice age? It's absolute poppycock. I'm astonished that this show is even happening.
Oh, thanks very much.
Where on earth do you get your caller from?
Right, and my next caller is Georgina Swale. Hello, Georgina.
Hello, Gary.
Hi.
I was listening, and the rhyme, the poem that you're wondering about, I've got it on my desk diary right beside me. I wondered if you'd like to hear the real version.
Please, thank God, let's put an end to this poem debate.
Okay, here goes. This is what I've got written. Only when the last tree has died, and the last river has been poisoned, and the last fish has been caught, will we realize that we cannot eat money.
You sure that's right?
Yes, I've read it back. That's definitely what it says.
To be honest with you, it really didn't sound very good. I mean, some of the things that other people were saying earlier on were better than that. I preferred to sucking the juice out of the trees.
I'm only trying to be helpful, Gary.
Well, thank you very much. You've been very helpful, but very boring. Hello, who's next caller, please?
Hello, it's Maggie.
Hello, Maggie.
I'd just like to say that one time I went to a concert in Glasgow, and it was like Paul Daniels did the show, and then afterwards it rained for about 2 days.
Yep.
So, just referring to your earlier call, that I think there could be some truth in that. That's all I've got to say.
Okay, thanks very much for your call. I've got Khalid on the line. Hello, Khalid. What do you want to talk about?
What is point global warming? What is point?
Well, there isn't any point. I mean, we're not doing it deliberately, are we?
What is point?
Indeed. What is the point of carrying on, Khalid, as the world hurtles to hell in a handcart? Well, there is a point, Khalid, because there's always hope. Yeah, and Radio 4 embodies that hope. You know, there's not a lot wrong with old Mother Earth while we've still got Woman's Hour, Desert Island Discs, You and Yours, Pick of the Week, Book of the Week, Front Row with Mark Lawson, and Moneybox Live. Actually, Moneybox Live is a bit dull. We'll see you next week. Good night.